a banner man.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about my new diet in a minute, but I want to tell you about this fantastic drink I found. And as people are listening to this this podcast, I've put a picture out on it, and it's called Bombo Rum. Okay,
What?
Bombo Rum.
Bumble rum.
Bombo Rum. It's 24% proof. It says made with caramel and spices, and I thought, wow, this must come from the Caribbean because there's a picture of the
Not only do you get pissed, you lose your teeth.
lose your teeth. Yeah, there's a picture of the skull and crossbones on the front, and then so I searched it out. Where is it made? And guess where it's made of? It's made in Cornwall. Okay. Yeah, it's a pirate drink, a pirate recipe. All those years back in Cornwall, it's got a
Love
big
it down there. Padstow loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a big notice on the label, says drink responsibly. And of course, I am drinking responsibly because the reason I had a glass of this in the last day or two is I had a slightly unsettled stomach. And I always think that a liqueur can help. You keep accusing me of being on the sherry on my cornflakes. No.
Well, maybe your diet's not right. That's why you get a bad tummy.
It could be, but this is purely medicinal. Now, this diet, Al, it's absolutely brilliant. What happens is, I don't need to go on diets because I have an all-round, what you might call...
Round, yes, round.
No.
Round body, round figure.
Balanced and healthy lifestyle, which comprises of walking, exercise, 25 miles a week, okay, pedaling on my stationary bike at home, keeping an eye on my diet, don't eat sugars because I used to have diabetes too.
Fish fingers is one of your favourite.
Yes, it is.
That can't be part of the diet.
Of course it is. What's wrong with fish fingers? Huh?
Fish fingers and chips cannot be part of any diet.
Fish, I don't have any chips. I have fish fingers and homemade mashed potato, which, believe me, is when I make it, is absolutely delicious. But anyway, look,
with a nice knob of butter.
Nice knob of butter, definitely, no problem about that. Now, what I was going to say is, Al, we have sort of socialised together for many, many years. I do notice that you're not necessarily a man who needs lunch. Is that right?
I don't, to be honest. I tend to. It depends. It depends if I'm working or not.
Yeah.
If I'm working, I can sort of go through hours and hours without eating.
Yeah. No, I've noticed that. And you did say to me one time when we were out for lunch or somewhere, you said, no, I don't really want lunch today. I said, why not? Well, it interferes with the flow of wine. And it's supposed to complement it. You know, the food is supposed to complement it.
Well, I'm one of these guys, mate. If I eat, I can't drink.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
So a lot of people have to eat to drink.
Yeah.
But if I know I'm going to have, say, a bottle and a half of wine,
yes,
then if I have a big breakfast or a big lunch, I can't drink.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Right. That's fine.
I'm too full.
A bottle and a half of wine, Al. I mean, come on, this is getting to dangerous levels.
What, 6 glasses? Rubbish.
Well, you know, you've got to, I mean, it's way above the danger level, that, mate. You know,
a glass every hour and a half? That can't be
well, I hope that only happens one day a week, you know what I mean? Because it would be... Anyway, look, my diet has been hailed as the key to staying slim by stars, including Jennifer Aniston, okay?
But she's got friends, you haven't.
Oh, that's very nice, isn't it? Yeah. So once again, you know, tarnishing my reputation. Now, this plan is it's known as the 16-8 or the 8-hour diet.
So
and what happens
when you eat 16 stone 8, you go on this diet.
How funny are you? I'm not anything like 16 stone 8, by the way. I recently attended the clinic as an outpatient at Harefield Hospital.
What's it called again? Betty Ford?
No, it's not called Betty Ford. No, it's called Harefield Hospital. And I weigh myself there. They always weigh me there. And I weigh just about 14 grams. What are you laughing at?
Something stuck in my throat.
I tell you what, though, Al, I'm a bit hurt.
Why?
Well, I hadn't been there for 18 months, okay? So I turn up at Harefield, and I will have talked to you about Dr. Banner, won't I, over the years?
Professor Banner.
No, he's doctor, actually. He's doctor. He's a cardiologist. He's a consultant, and he always liked me as one of his favourite patients. Okay,
known as the Banner Man.
Known as the Banner Man. That's right.
Who sang that?
The Banner Man he was 10 feet high.
Who was it? Come on.
Hang on. Blue somebody.
Blue Mink.
Blue Mink. That's right. Yeah, and a lady with very protruding teeth sang that, didn't she? Remember? can't
Oh,
remember.
I don't remember having. I don't remember calling her Goofy.
No,
She
no,
was
no.
lovely.
No, I didn't call her Goofy. You just called her Goofy. I said the lady with the protruding teeth because it enhanced her voice. And the banner man held his head up high. He was 10 feet tall and he reached the sky. And I wish that I could be a banner man. That was it, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Glory, glory. Yes.
Yeah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Anyway, so I get to the hospital.
Yep.
And I'm expecting to see Dr. Banner because he's always told me I'm one of his favourite patients. He likes the fact that over the years I've always given a mention on the radio, And to my shock and horror, Dr. Banner had retired 6 months earlier,
I thought you were
right?
going to say God,
No,
he'd deceased
no,
of
no,
the 16-to-8 diet.
no, he'd retired, right? And do you know what? He had a huge retirement party, right? Huge retirement
And
party.
what happened? Invite lost in the post?
I didn't get invited. I didn't get invited to the doctor. I mean, I promoted the guy over the years. He was a brilliant doctor, suddenly retired. I didn't even know he'd retired. Can you imagine how...
Well, maybe he was worried. If there was going to be music and merriment, maybe that is not for you. Maybe
Yeah.
he's not told you your real condition.
Well, I don't think that. Thing is, Al, you've got to understand that I was one of his favourite patients, and I just can't. And by the way, it's no good saying, "Oh, well, perhaps he just thought you were too ill." I mean, he dealt with all sorts of heart patients, many of whom had a lot more problems than I do.
But you did go in there with a third of your heart working, 2/3 not working,
yes,
and then there was liver complications. He's not going to invite you to a rave-up party, is he?
Al, I haven't got any liver complications. I never have had any liver complications. And the besmirchment of my character by you once again, I find offensive and completely unnecessary. Getting back to
Has
my...
Sue Ellen seen him?
Eh?
Has your sister Sue Ellen seen him? Has she been to see Dr. Bannon?
No. She looks after things her own way. I know what you're talking about. Great character, by the way. J.R. Ewing, my favourite TV character of all time. Now, this diet, Al, what happens is you can only eat in a 16-hour corridor during the day. You eat only between noon. Oh, sorry, it's an 8-hour corridor.
16-hour corridor. That's a great diet.
No, it's an 8-hour corridor. So what happens is you only eat between noon and 8 p.m. You fast overnight and you skip breakfast. So that would suit you perfectly.
Yeah, no. Listen, I believe in that. Being serious for once, I do believe in that you shouldn't. In fact, some people say after 6 p.m. you shouldn't eat.
You shouldn't eat at 6 p.m.?
After 6 p.m.
Well, I don't actually. Funny you should say that, because if I go to bed on a heavy meal, and supposing I've eaten at 8 or 8:30 and I go to bed at 10, then my heart...
Hold on a minute. Once again, you're misleading our listeners.
What do you mean?
Because many times have you said, I woke up my local Indian underneath the table and I got the bill and I'd bought everyone in the restaurant a meal.
Well, yes.
What time was that at? Lunch?
No, that would have been mid-evening, I suppose. And
around about 9:45 after Weatherspoons.
Well, that might be an occasional foray into the nightlife of Stockbroker Belt, Surrey. But generally speaking, I'm a very clean living man, okay? And I need you to know that. And I certainly need our listeners to know that. But you're right, it did happen once. I was slightly intoxicated and I went into my local Indian and I just felt good about something. I don't know what it was. Something at work had probably...
Big Brenda?
Worked out. Now, there's no Big Brenda. I keep telling you that. There was a Brenda, a lovely girl and a very beautiful woman, but certainly not big. But no, on this particular night, I felt so good about everything. I said to the head man there, because he was a good guy, because sometimes if I was coming home at 1 a.m, I could knock on the door of his restaurant and he'd give me a couple of bottles of wine to take home, for a late night cocktail, if I'd been working late and hadn't left town till midnight or something, I could always get a drink off him. But no,
poppadoms. And there's some diet in it. What is this? A great diet.
Yeah, the poppadoms and wine diet. And I did say to him that night, I said, look, it's nice to see people in here. It's all having a good time. You give me, I'm paying for the lot of it. And I did. But you know what? Not one of the people in there ever thanked me for it. They just thought I was a sort of, eccentric drunk. Honestly. And I thought, well, I ain't ever doing that again. Why should I? Why should I look after people like that?
Glory.